there, this is Rahil from All About Affiliate Marketing. And in today's video, we'll talk about how to create an affiliate account with Impact or Impact Radius or Impact.com, whatever you want to call them, that one this name. So before we start, let's talk a bit about Impact. Now, Impact is one of the top digital marketing networks out there. They provide many services to the consumer, and one of them being affiliate marketing. They're very famous in affiliate marketing side as well. And they basically allow affiliates to connect with brands and promote the product and services of these brands in order to get commission from them. So when affiliates bring sales to these brands, the brands give commission to the affiliates via Impact. So that's how they get involved. They basically provide a platform to make it possible. Now, without further ado, let's jump into creating an affiliate account with Impact. To do that, you can open any browser on your computer system, just using Chrome. You can go to google.com. If you don't know their website, we can simply type in Impact and go down. Okay, you'll see impact.com. So this is the URL. This is the website. Once you're here on the website, you have to click on request a demo on the top right hand side. And from here, you'll see two options here for brands, for creators and publishers. So brands are basically, the advertisers, brands who have product or services. And here creators and publishers. So in Impact Network, they call affiliates as publisher. So this is for us. We can click on sign up as a partner. Now, before we start with ahead, just so you know, the affiliate registration process of Impact is pretty much complex compared to all the other affiliate marketing networks out there. You'll find it a bit complex. That's why stay along and follow through the processes that I'm providing to you, and you will be there in no time. So once here, you have an option to choose any of these options like Apple, Facebook, Google, Twitter, and LinkedIn, or you can simply just start with sign up with email. So you can directly mention your email address in there. So we will start with sign up with email. So I click on it. In here, you have to mention your name, your first name and last name. Now, in my case, I'm just entering the dummy information, but I would not recommend you to do that. It's just for the educational purpose. That's why I'm filling in the dummy information. But when you're filling the information, ensure it has to be accurate, because there's a prerequisite when you want to join Impact. One is your information should be accurate. Second is you won't even get access to their platform without getting their approval. So whatever information you will fill in, they will review it and then they will provide a confirmation to you. That's when you will be able to access their platform. So whatever you enter, ensure it is accurate to the best of your knowledge. All right, let's move further. Last name, I just mentioned it's dummy one. You can choose the username. Now, observe, when I mention the username, please enter a valid username. Now, I will not know what is the specifications of it. I understand it's a very long username, but nothing says here about the specifications. So I made some tests and I realized it has to be alphanumeric. That means there should be at least one alphabet and one number. And username should be minimum 13 characters and a maximum 19 characters. So that's why I'm just gonna reduce it to a bit more than 13. Yeah, it should work now. As you can see, the error message gone. Now I have to enter the email address. This is very important. The email address that you're entering here, ensure you should have access to it, because down the line, you have to do verification of this email address as well. And this will happen during the registration process. So ensure you have access to this email address and password. Now, before we enter the password, I would highly recommend, if you're having a website or a blog, and if you have an email address that is of the same domain as your website, then please enter that. You will understand in the future. So to provide an example to you, let's say you have a website called appleinblack.com. So it's better if you have an email address that says john@apple in black.com. So the domain of your email address and the website matches, and it will help you ahead in the registration process. But if you do not have it, it's totally fine. As you can see, I'm also entering gmail.com. All right, so let's enter the password, and then you have to enter your phone number. So I'll just select my country in here, and I have to enter my password. Now I understand, other affiliate networks did not ask for, or generally do not ask for the phone number, but with Impact, it's different. You have to enter your phone number. It's basically just to ensure that you are the right person. So you can use a phone number here. I'm just going to use mine, and thereafter I can read the partner user agreement and master campaign agreement. I can click on it and I can read through it. After reading it, I can check mark this, and I would like to receive the latest partnership news via email from impact.com. So I can also check mark this. Once I'm done with it, then I can click on get started. Now it will send a verification code on my cell phone number that I have entered. So that's why whatever phone number that you're entering, ensure that it's the correct phone number. Right, so I got the code and I'm gonna mention it here. Right, let's see if it works. Okay, great. So after that, it will ask to select the primary business model. So you can read through it, like if let's assume you have a website or you have a blog. So do you post content over there? So if yes, like editorial content and other sort of content, you can select this. And if your website is all about deals and coupons, then you can select this. And if you're a social influencer, you can select this. So read through it, whatever business model suits your business, you have to select that, and you can only select one from this. So I'm gonna go with content and reviews, and then I can click on continue. Now, which method do you use to promote? Choose all that apply. This is very important. I assume I'm having a website. That doesn't mean I will not have a social media web presence. I might have a Facebook account. I might have a YouTube channel. So wherever I plan to promote the brands of Impact, I have to ensure that I add those information in here. So in my case, I'm just gonna go with the website. So if I click on add website, now I can connect via my Google Analytics as well. It's like if you're aware of it, then you're aware of it. If not, you might want to quickly search on YouTube or somewhere to have a knowledge on it. You can also ask me, like mention a question in the comment. I'm also create a video on it. So depend on whether you wanted to know about Google Analytics or not. But keep it aside for now, and we can manually enter a website here. So I'm gonna enter the website information. Again, in my case, I'm gonna just enter the one of the dummy websites that I have. But I do not recommend you to do that, because whatever information you're adding in here, you have to verify it ahead in the registration process. So only enter the website that belongs to you and you have access to the back end of it. Okay, then click on submit. See, my website has been entered here. Now I have other option. I can select add social media account. Let's see if I click on add social. I can choose from social and I can put in the information. Let's see if I click on Facebook. I should have option to log in through Facebook and enter it. But let's go back for now. Okay, let's cancel it. All right, so we're here again. Now, being an affiliate or publisher, you may also be involved in email marketing, where you would send newsletters or emails to your consumer. If that's the case, you can click on add email or newsletter. You can mention like what is the name of the newsletter, name of the email or the newsletter that you send out. You can write description about it, like basically all the related information about email and newsletter. The reason being, Impact wants to know how exactly you're promoting the brand. So very strict about it. So ensure you mention all your marketing channel informations in here, wherever you plan to market the brands of Impact. Okay, once you're done with it and you are satisfied with it, you can click on continue. And okay, in here you have to mention about you. I am an individual or a company. So in my case, I'm an individual, so I'm just gonna go with individual. Depending on your site, you may select it accordingly. Now, account display name. What should be my account display name that I want brand to see me with? I can enter my brand name here. That's all about affiliate marketing. Field can't be empty. This is so weird. Okay, an account with that name already exists. So I'm gonna go with all about affiliate marketing 002. I can select my country. Okay. And then mailing address. So I'm gonna be quick with the address as well. Again, whenever you are entering this information, you have to keep it accurate. But in my case, I'm just gonna put in it like dummy information. Okay. Then I can select the time zone. Okay. Right, let me find it. This is my time zone, so you can select your time zone as well. And I can select the currency. So as you can see, currently it's automatically selected as USD, US dollar. I have an option to select from the drop down, and this currency, whatever drop down that you're seeing here, would get changed depending on the country that you're choosing. For example, if I choose Albania, then see the currency here would get changed. So depending on the country that you're selecting it here, the currency option will get changed. So, but again, I will ask you to, or I will suggest you to enter the accurate information, whatever your country is, go with that. Okay, after entering it, after selecting the currency, you can click on submit. Now it will ask you, you selected USD as a preferred currency. This cannot be updated after proceeding. So this is basically in what currency you'll be getting the commission. And once it's been selected, you cannot change it. So be sure. And then once you're fine with it, click on OK, and it should take you to the next step. All right, so we are done with the first phase of registration, and here comes the second phase. Here we have to complete our marketplace profile, and you see these are the information. If you look at the left hand side, apply to marketplace, do we have the right email, all these information we have to complete. As I said, Impact has a complex registration process and lengthy as well. So you have to be patient when you're going through with the registration process of Impact. So let's start with the second phase. In here, we can start with get started. We can click on get started, and please verify your email. An email has been sent to this email address, the email address that I had mentioned. So I have to log into my email account, and here you see this is the email that I got from Impact. I can click on this button that says click to activate profile. Now, okay, so now I can go back to the previous screen, and that the verification of the email is already done. Now it's asking me to select the indirect text registration. So depending on whatever is suited for you, you can select it. Again, depending on your country, the option you will get would differ. So if you're not sure which option you should be selecting, then you might want to have a word with your tax advisor. And if you are fine with the selection, if you think that's right for you, you can also do that. So in my case, I'm just going to go with I'm not registered for indirect tax since I'm an individual in India. That's why. All right. Once I'm okay with it, I can click on save and wait for it. All right. Now I can on the left hand side, I can go down to complete your tax information, and I just have to tick mark this. So I only have to do that once I have selected the option here. I have clicked on save, and then I have to tick mark this. As you can see, it got completed. Next step in this phase is, let's wait for it. Okay, now I have to select a logo in here. So I can click on choose file, and I can simply select the logo that I have. Right. Okay, I have selected the logo. Now it's kind of mandatory to select the logo So ensure you already have it handy when you are completing your profile in here. And thereafter, you have to enter the description. Now, this description is about your channels that you will be using for different brands of impact. You can talk about your website, you can talk about your business model, whatever it is that you want brand to be aware of, you can write in here. But for the educational purpose, I'm just going to enter the dummy text in here. Okay, now content and interest. So add tags that describe your content. So whatever your website is about, if it's about beauty, then mention beauty, and whatever interest is separated by comma. So in my case, I'm just gonna go with affiliate marketing and digital marketing separated by comma. And then business model, if you remember from the first registration phase, we had selected the business model. So we still see it. We have an option to change it back, but I'm gonna keep it as it is. Now, personal information. If you are an influencer and individual, then if shared, this data will only be used to match you brands and campaigns. So you have an option to provide your personal information. And if you're influencer or individual, then I would highly recommend that you click on it and you provide the information. It will basically help impact to match you with the rightful brands. So I'm gonna select my information in here, and it's gonna be quick. So I have to select gender, ethnicity, parental status, relationship status, education, pronouns, and income as well, and the date of birth. So I'll be quick with it without wasting much of the time. Again, all this is dummy information. Shipping address next. Enter your shipping address if you receive product or gifts or compensation from brand. You know, there are some beauty influencers out there who get gifts from the brand. So if you're one of such people, then you can click on this radio button and just enter the information in here. Otherwise, you can just not to add it. List any additional links with information to share with partners. So assume that you have some other, links where you are basically promoting or you plan to promote the branch. You can click here and you can provide other links as well. Now, marketplace contacts. So when brands want to contact you or impact, which user should they contact you? So you can select from here. Currently, if you select it, you will only see one user, and that's you while you're creating an account. But once the account is created, I think you will have an option to add more users into the profile. So that's when you would be able to select other user for the main contact. But for now, you can keep it as it is. And then in Media Kit, now what is a Media Kit? Media Kit is a kind of one pager or sometimes more than one pager, but it's basically where you talk about your business model in detail so that the brand basically get impressed and give you more opportunity to work with them. Then you have an option to pause your profile. Like if you want to keep it posted now and don't want to be active, you can tick mark this and save it, but I'm not sure why you will do it since you're creating an account now. Okay, once you're fine with all the information that you have added in here, you can click on save and wait for it to get saved. Could take a few seconds. All right, here. So if you look on the right hand side, we're done with apply to the marketplace. Do we have the right email? Complete your tax information, fill out your marketplace profile. Now we are to verify our media properties. If you recall, when you were mentioning your website, I had asked you ensure to mention it right, because there will be a verification of whatever you are entering. So this is what I'm talking about. So in here, you can click on verify. You will have three options to do that. One is I want to verify using my email address. So as I said, if your email address domain is same as your website or blog domain, then you can simply click here. You can tick mark this and you can click on verify. It will automatically be done without any hassle. And that's why I say if you have it, then I would highly recommend you enter it. Otherwise, you have an option. The other option is I want to verify by editing content on my website. So if you go with this, then you have to copy this and you have to paste it on whatever URL that you're mentioning. Now this URL should be your website URL, any web page of your website. or blog. So you can enter it, and this content should be there on the web page. And then once you have added it in the like on that page, whatever you're mentioning it here, you can click on I have followed the above instructions to verify my website, and click on submit for verification. Now the third option is I want to verify by pasting code on my website. So if I click here, as you can see, this is a code that we like. If you want to go with the third option, so this is the code that we have to copy and we have to paste it within the head section of our website. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna quickly show you how exactly this is done. So if you're a web developer, or you could also pass this instructions to your web developer, so you can copy this. You can go to the backend of your website. So this is the backend of my dummy website, and I'm just gonna enter that line of code in here. You can see it's within the head section. So this is the head section of my website, and I just have entered it here, and I can save it, commit changes. All right, so I have added this, and it should work now. I can click on I have followed the above instructions to verify my website. I can click on submit for verification. As you can see, task has been completed. So it was that quick, only if you knew where to paste the information. So there are three options. Whatever it is, you can go with those options. And once you're done with it, you can, well, it still says not yet verified. Wow, well, this is weird. Let's click on it again. And submit for verification once again. All right. Okay, let's click on verify your media. Now, sometimes this could happen. And if this happens, you can try to refresh the page, and let's see if it works. Okay. All right, yeah, it is done. You can see verify your media properties. So you can see the check mark in here as well. I can just click on it to minimize it. Now I'm at the last step, and that is last step of this phase, and that is submit your marketplace application. So I can click on this button, submit application, and so my application has been submitted. The question is to whom it has been submitted. It has been submitted to Impact team. Now what they will do, they will review all the informations that I have filled in. We'll see that whether those informations are accurate or not, and then they will give me a green signal, which will allow me to access my Impact account. As you can see in here, right now there is nothing to see, but once they give me the green signal, I would be able to see different brands. I can promote them. I can get the affiliate links and all that I can do. But until then, I have to wait. And if you go and check your email, the email address that you have given, you will receive an email from them, and they say it may take up to 72 hours to get approval from them. Now, I say they are kind of very complex when it comes to registration process, but assuming given information are accurate and it's up to the mark, then it's easy to get approval from them. It's just a matter of waiting, so we can wait. Now, if you go back to the Impact platform again, and if you click on top left hand side, you will see an ID. So mine is this, and this is basically generally be your 7-digit number. So that's your ID. Whenever you have to reach out to Impact team for any question or concern, you might want to share this ID with them. Now, if you click on this question mark, there is something called help docs and guide center. So if you click on help docs, and it's basically the help center. Okay, well, not this one, sorry for that. Guide center. So if you click on guide center, let's do that and wait for it to load. So it basically takes you to the help center of Impact, where you can explore multiple questions, concerns that you have, and or you can also explore while you're waiting for Impact's team to confirm. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not taking me as of now, but this is how you can get to the help center. Now let's say you want to log in, you want to check it out again in the future. So how would you do that? How exactly you log into your affiliate account with Impact? For that, let me log out first. So I can click on down left hand side, sign out from there. And once I'm signed out, I can go back to the Impact website, and top right hand side, I can click on sign in. Now, if I do that, they will ask me for the username and the password. So if you recall the username and the password that we have mentioned, so I'm just going to enter the same username and password. Just let me have it. Okay, just gonna update it to the right username. So ensure whatever you have entered over there, you have it handy and you have not missed on it. And once you have entered the username and password, it will take you to your platform again. But again, since you're waiting, you will not see anything as of now. Now, let's say you haven't heard from Impact team, or you have any question down the line even after getting approval. So they should be support team of Impact to help you. So where is that? How do you even find the support team contact information? For that, you can again go to the Impact website, that is impact.com, and on top right hand side you can click on contact. And when you click on contact, you will see the option here, contact support. So you can click on contact support. And in here, you can enter your email address, username, account ID, and the comment and submit it. So someone from there will help you. Now, what if you don't want to fill the form, but you want to write an email? So again, on the same contact section, like when you click on contact, you can come down here, and in general inquiry section, you will see an email address that is for publisher partner inquiries. So you can also drop an email to this email address, and someone from the Impact team will be in touch with you, and they're very good in responding. They're very good in customer support as well. So this is how you can ask further questions with them. So in this video, we learn how to create an affiliate account with Impact. And I know it's a bit lengthy, but you just have to be patient enough and you have to be accurate enough. And then you just have to wait for the approval and you will have it. And I hope you enjoyed this video and you learn out of it. If you have any question that you think I can address related to Impact or affiliate marketing, do mention it in the comments so that I may also create videos on it, depending if it's possible for me to do it. Now, and if you have more questions, feel free to ask. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe, like, and click on the bell icon so that you get notified of any content that I create ahead. Thank you for watching and have a great day.